at the VDub Getaway in a limbo contest, and I think we're about to lose. Let's get turned around here. We're gonna try. Steering wheel's gonna get us, we think. But we're putting in the effort. Nothing beats the fun you'll have at a VDub show. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm going to disembark and we'll get our live show started. Have a good one. Thank you. Oh, we can drive around or whatever. Bear with me for just a second. There you go. Thank you. Well, we put our effort in. Welcome everybody to the VDub Getaway. We started a little bit early, I think, just because, you know, the situation warranted. They're finishing up the limbo right now. Of course, the things have it. Maybe y'all saw better than I did. I think it was the steering wheel that got us on that one, but a lot of fun and a lot of fun-loving people. So starting off with a bang here at the VDub Getaway. I'll tell you, there is an awesome swap meet this year. And as you would expect, some absolutely gorgeous cars for us to take a look at. I've found a few friends for us to talk to, so if they're in place when we come around to their spots, we'll definitely have a chat with all of them. Thanks for the thumbs up, I appreciate that, and I'm glad to see some of y'all popping in here for the live show. Feel free to chat early and chat often. It shows up a little better than it did before, so I'll keep a close eye on that and try to interact with you every time that anybody posts any kind of a chat. But hey, welcome everybody. Let me get you turned around here. And if I can find the button. There we go. All right. So, okay, this is all swap meet in front of us, and there's a little bit of swap meet at the front of the show this year as well. Everything in the middle is show cars. And we got Jim's beautiful splitty bus here. So there's a lot of show cars and campers around the edge of the show. We got plenty to look at here. You know what? Why don't we just go ahead and start with this beauty. This early-ish shiny dual, I'm guessing Webers or DeLordos. A big power under the hood there. Yeah, thanks for joining us everybody. Take a quick peek inside here. Beautiful restoration on this car. Really neat steering wheel too. I was thinking about what we're doing with these live streams, and I like it because I think it's for the folks who are the hardcore fans of not just the channel, but even more so these cars. And it's really an awesome opportunity to be able to bring this stuff to you. So thanks for being here for it, and I'm just grateful for the chance to do it. Share a little bit of the fun this time at the VDub Getaway. Not sure if you're familiar with the show or not. This is actually only its second year, so it's a fledgling show, and it really needs your support. So if you can come out tomorrow, we're really hoping that any weather that may or may not come is blown through by mid-morning or so, and there's a lot of events that go on tomorrow as well. Of course, very big fan favorite is the limbo contest, but we got a lot of like stacking cars up, and there's a vintage bike and a mini bike show that's going to happen a little bit later today, and a big charity for a children's cancer fundraiser tomorrow too. So all kinds of stuff happening all weekend. If you're watching the live stream today, I appreciate you being here, but if you're in the area, come down to Dover, Florida at the Hillsborough County Fairgrounds and check out the second annual VDub Getaway. The organizer of this show is a true VW fan. This is an RX-7. He loves these people, he loves these cars, and he deserves our support to keep this show alive. And from all appearances, exactly that is happening. It's only missing you. So come down tomorrow if you can, and if not, look for the VDub Getaway next year. Who can tell me what car this is? This is a fan favorite too. What a beautiful car. This is, of course, the 60, built by our buddy Gary with VW Jawbreaker. If you haven't been checking it out, he's got a cool series on the trailer that he's camping in these days. So he converted an old trailer into this beautiful work of art here. He's got solar, he's got heat, he's got a hot shower back there. We'll leave him to it when he needs that, but cool series over on his channel, VW Jawbreaker, for how he put this thing together. I think there's another video dropping this coming Wednesday if you want to check it out. I see some MC4s there for the electrical hookups. Very well done. Well, we know he does good work. So a good peek at the 60. Here we have an early bay camper, a Westie. Looks like a lot of fun, doesn't it? Next to a beautiful early Beetle. Look at this guy, he's slammed. Good looking cars today. Later model. No worries. 69, so first year for IRS here. Like your bus. Get out of the sun a little bit and see if there's any chats. Just checking in with y'all. We got to check this little guy out. Have some repurposed connecting rods, crankshaft, and an early oil bath, and the gears from an oil pump. A couple of pistons, few pistons. Let's take a look at some engines here. I think this is our 69. We got a stockish engine back here with dual port. Looks like a new carb, addressing some issues probably. New fuel pump and an alternator. So there's some work being done as we go. There's one that looks a little bit more fresh. They even painted their fuel pump. Look at that. What a nice touch. Interesting choice with the copper fuel line. I don't see any harm in it. May want to get a grommet on that firewall tin up there. That copper's kind of soft, but is that a progressive? Yeah, that looks like a progressive. A little 3236. I actually just picked up one of these in the swap meet. I wasn't looking for it, but couldn't beat the price. The thing has already been rebuilt. It's in great shape, and so we'll be trying that one out on Dweezil. Good to see y'all with us, by the way. Thanks for the likes and for showing up to share the show with everyone. One more stockish engine. But again, looks like a new-ish 34 picked. Gotta like the stock stuff too. Cool. Now we've seen this one, but we don't ever get tired of taking a look at it. Got some bright green cooling tins. Really fancy crank pulley down there. That's nice. A JC engraved aluminum crank pulley. It's got a lot going on his oil pressure. So I imagine somewhere in there is a temp sender. Probably the one on the left, and then a dual post gauge sender there for the idiot light, and an oil pressure gauge. So getting it all done, one spot. And a bell crank linkage. A JC, another JC. Bell crank linkage. Sticker on the back says, "I love driving slow." Couldn't tell it from the looks of that engine, but I'll take your word for it. A lot going on in here too. This is a busy car. Peek at the wiring. Looks like it'll get it done. Okay, we have a gang of motorcyclists coming by. Talking to that gentleman a little bit earlier, and that's exactly what he said it would do. We hadn't taken a close look at a splitty other than Jim's a little while ago. This is a pretty one. As a VW's over the Skyway, that's something that happens just a little bit west of here, west and south. This is going to be a 66 or earlier, 63 through 66, I think. No reverse lights, but we got the Friday turn signals. That's what I'm going off of. Fun little bus. And an early bay double cab. If you've been around the channel for a while, you know I've admitted to having one of these. It's probably second or third on the list, but very rusty double cab at my place. This one's in a lot better shape than that one. That might be a 69. Somebody chime in if you know. The round turn or side markers tells us something. I see discs in there, but I'm not sure if those are stock discs. Mean a 71. An object of desire. These double cabs are cool. We might get a peek at the card in the dash here. See if we can figure out what year this one is. How you doing, man? Very good. All right. Remains anonymous, but that's all right. Right next door is the VDub. One of our buddies here. You can check VDub out on Instagram. There you go. Hashtag VDub. Cool couple here driving this car. They're showing up at all the events and staying active with their social media presence. So it's cool to see them showing up and get to hang out a little bit. We did give them a sticker today. So if they deem it acceptable, they may actually add the Happy Garage sticker to that collection. Here's one for our Type 3 fans. Of course, the square back. And I like the earlier ones that look like this. Is that not a cool looking dash? Rag top. I don't know if that was an option or not, but it looks well done. 71. Type 3 square back. Steelers fans. Got breaknecks. Early Beetle with the cool wing mirrors there. How you doing? This your car? You want to be on a live stream? Yeah, tell us about it. I'm Brent.
Hey, no, Brent. Rocky.
Rocky, nice to meet you, Rocky. Yeah, so what year?
This is 64.
64, cool.
64, I've owned it for close to a year now. The things I've changed on it, I did the swan mirrors. I did the clear turn signals up front. I did the LED conversion up front.
Yeah, nice. It's good to be seen, right?
You can't see anything with those old H4 headlights.
That's right.
Put the Euro blades on it. Did the Euro tail.
Euro tail lights, nice.
Did the wide wheels in the back.
Those are cool looking. They look mean, man.
And the deck lights, that it does give it a whole new stance.
Indeed it does. That's a nice combination there. You got some pop outs.
Yep.
Cool roof rack and the deck lid standoff. Nice. Anything under the hood? Yeah.
Yes.
It's a work in progress all the time.
Always
right?
is. Yep. Yep. Appreciate it.
Very cool. Thanks for chatting with us.
Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Let me grab you something here. No obligation, but there you go. Take care, man.
Thanks.
Cool car, breaknecks. Here's a well accessorized Beetle. See if we can highlight some of the nicer touches here. A little bit of leather holding it together. Oh, I noticed something while we were interviewing there. So if you would excuse me for just a moment. How can I do this? There we go. Maybe that's clearer. edition hanging off the side. Well, there's just so much going on. It's like a Cracker Barrel up here. Yeah, Pee-wee. Mr. Rubens hanging out in the back. Well, that's one way to sneak a stinger in there. Not just for buggies and Bajas.
I know. Well, I didn't know.
Oh, every time you look at this thing, you just see new stuff. So much stuff going on here. Look at the floorboard. Holy moly. Rust free. Oh, I bet this would be noisy going down the road. See all those keys over there? Sound like a janitor. Fun car. Another Type 3 square back. Beautiful car. Is this your car here? Is this your car?
No.
Oh, no? Oh, no worries. Yeah, do your thing. I'll stay out of your way. We got our Type 3 engine back here. Some good folks taking a look at it. So we'll leave them to it. This is a 73. Let's compare the dash. We'll walk up there and see what the dash looks like on the 73 after taking a look at that 71 a minute ago. They're looking for 11K if you're in the market. Nice clean dash. Notable differences, so whatever you like. There's big differences between 71 and 73. Shop, it says. I think this is VW Mary Jane, if I remember right. Just gonna go for a ride. Very good. Those of y'all watching, if you could do me a favor and pop in the chat how you think the resolution looks. I'm getting a little suspicious that maybe the area cell phone towers aren't treating us very well today. So if you have an opinion on that, feel free to pop it into the chat for me. We're just going to keep doing our thing, though. Here's a turbo. We've talked to this gentleman a couple of times. Aggressive. Cool car, super low. He was in the limbo, and to make it through one more round, they let some air out of the tires. Not a bad trick. Okay, for those of y'all that like late models, we have a Rabbit truck. Beautiful Rabbit truck. Some LED upgrades. Grilling in the back. Right there in the bed of the truck. Not a bad idea. How you doing? And a cool late Beetle. Hanging out in the sun. Oh, I think we've seen this guy before. Look at this Kia. Beautiful convertible Gia. Big engine back here. Conversion on the fan housing. There are some incredible looking cars here. And another Gia. Big engine, air conditioning. That's nice down here. The doggies are in the Mosey home right now with the air conditioning. We used heat last night, and we're using air conditioning during the day. Crazy time of year. Very good. Take a quick look at the dash there. Hey, look at this. You all see in the reflection there, this is the new shirt. We've re-entered the shirt game, and so right here on the watch page you can see a couple of the Haptic Garage shirts. This one I think is what we featured. But there's Shopify and all that inner workings. So if you want a shirt, don't feel compelled, but if you want one, they're available to you. It's a good way to support the channel. This is my buddy Daniel over here. Sold me the carb a little bit earlier. All right, let's swing around here to the front. We've got some more swap meat up here. We also have a buddy from a company called Riverbank Customs. They do incredible work on VWs. Also has a YouTube channel, so we're gonna see if we can find him and chat a little bit. Maybe he'll tell us about the car that they have on display. It's actually the car that is featured in the thumbnail for this video. Another red one like this one. So we'll walk down a few more cars here and see if we can chat with our buddy Chris or buddies Chris and Steve from Riverbank Customs. Wow, look at that color red. I hope this is coming through. That looks a mile deep. That is amazing. I'm gonna get in the sun over here so you can see the side. That is just stunning. Wide pop outs there.
My mom was out there talking to somebody.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. It's good to see you. Hot engine. Let's see some more JC. His name's popping up a lot today on accessories. Another one of those fancy looking crank pulleys. Some CB equipment on there as well. There's a faithful stock engine. They even have the little whoop-de-doo on the distributor vacuum line. I appreciate stuff like that. Proper oil bath air filter, all the right hoses. Advanced distributor, it's got everything right. Old style fuel pump. Somebody knows what they're doing.
He is finding all kinds. The radio's correct era in there.
Good for you.
1967 Sapphire.
We need some specimens.
So he's done good.
A lot of research, man.
I'm sure it did.
Even that car seat is the 1960s car seat in there.
We'll take a look at that too.
So he's done good.
Yeah,
He
good
sure
luck-
has.
Good luck putting a little kid in that these days.
Yeah. Not car seat friendly, is it? Beautiful work in here. I'm happy just to keep it on the road, but I am thrilled that there's some folks out there that really get deep into the details and make them like they were when they came off the factory. And I think we have someone in the family who is adept at decorating. So we're all ready for Valentine's Day. Picnic and everything. Very good. All right, here's our friends from Riverbank Customs. Let's see if we can get a word with Chris. Hey, Chris. Got a second?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, good to see you.
You too?
Yeah, thanks for bringing your car out to the show.
Well, actually, it's my buddy Steven's car. We did a lot of
Yeah,
the work
we met
together,
Steve a little earlier.
but
Hey, Steve.
I take a lot of
Sure
credit
do.
for it, but it's actually his car. He did all the paint and body work,
Uh-huh.
and I did all the suspension and chassis work. We both worked together and kind of swapped stories and swapped interest and built Red 67.
Very nice. It's beautiful. What's some of the details that you've put into it? I see some different rims, of course.
Well, we put the radar wheels on, 17-inch radar wheels. We put a 2-inch narrowed beam under it. That changed everything.
I imagine it did.
Every time you build one of these cars or any hot rod, it's all about the stance.
Indeed.
If you don't have the stance right, everything's wrong. No matter how good the paint looks or how good the wheels are, if the stance is wrong, the car's wrong. So we put a lot of effort into that. We did a lot of research. We looked at a lot of cars. We studied, decided what we wanted to do, what he wanted to do. Then we went and put disc brakes on it, rebuilt the engine, just upgraded a lot of the engine suspension work to it. One thing we did to it, and it's kind of new to me, you've probably seen this before, but I never had, what's called a big boy pedal kit. You ever seen that?
A big boy pedal kit?
Big
Is
boy
this the
pedal
accelerator kit?
It's the accelerator kit,
Uh-huh.
but it spaces your clutch pedal out away from your brake pedal.
Nice.
And it comes with the new shaft, the clutch pedal shaft. Instead of having a hook on it, and you know how those hooks wear out,
Yep.
it actually comes with a boss on it. And with the boss, you put the cable over it, tighten, torque the nut down, no more hook. So
That's
everything
cool.
we've
Let's
done to
take a
the
peek
car-
at that.
Of everything we've done to the car, that's one of my favorite upgrades.
That's like a real life upgrade. That's something you enjoy every day you drive, right?
Yeah. So if you notice the space between the brake pedal and the clutch pedal,
Hope y'all can see in here. Look at, yeah, that is a lot more space than we're used to there between those two. Otherwise it looks stock.
you can't tell it.
Yeah, unless you really, really were familiar with the spacing there, you wouldn't know that that's something special. Nice. Nice. I had not heard of that before.
It's
Whoa.
a pretty big deal. We found it on the internet and ordered. Well, I showed it to him, and we ordered one, and it's made a big difference. Made a big difference in the drivability of the car.
Very nice.
So now we went another step with the pedal assembly. We ordered the hanging accelerator pedal from Fabio. We ain't got it yet, but it's gonna be pretty nice too.
Oh, cool.
It's like a modern day, like if you look at most of your modern cars, the pedal hangs.
Mm-hmm.
Hangs off a firewall or whatever, and it's a push-pull type deal. Well, this is kind of the same theory, but you can feel it changes the feel. Driving these cars is all about feel.
Sure.
You want it, especially if you got a lot of horsepower, you
Yeah.
got a big engine, you want to feel it. So that's
Yeah.
kind of some of the simple things we've done. I'm trying to talk him into putting a rag top in it, but he don't want to cut the top. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the paint is so beautiful already, though, you know? Yeah, I could see both sides of that. It'd be a beautiful rag top, but it's gorgeous as it is.
Next thing we've ordered, we've also ordered a Safari window from Fabio. We're waiting on that to come in.
Cool, for the front?
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll look good, too. It's gorgeous. Let me peek at the engine right quick.
All right. That is the original engine out of this car, to my knowledge.
Really? We were just gabbing over a correct oil bath air filter. I picked one of these up in the swap meet earlier today, too. So I have a 68. But yeah, it looks great. You got a serpentine belt on an alternator, and I'm guessing a 009.
Yes.
With a standard coil and a standard fuel pump. That's going to be just fine. With a 34 pick 3.
It's actually a 28.
It's a 28. Did
Yes,
you say
it
this was single port?
Yes, single.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
It's the wrong carburetor for this engine,
Uh-huh.
but it's what was on it when we got it.
Yeah.
And we built it, put it on there, and it runs so smooth and runs so good, he didn't want to take it off. We've actually got a 30.
Smart man.
Yeah, we've got a 30 big, and we've got it sitting on the shelf ready.
Yeah.
Don't want to pull it, don't want to swap it out.
If it's working fine, I'd say go with it. Let it ride. I like that idea for sure. People say that a lot about the older cars. If you have a stock engine, that the ones before the 34 pick 3 are not nearly as finicky.
Right.
And they set up more conventionally than the 34 does.
So one thing we
Yeah.
got in our advantage, Mr. Ed owns Ed's Bar and Car in Gadsden, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
We buy a lot of parts from him. He's our #1 supplier. He's kind of a guru on these older cars.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a little bit of insight on the jig.
There you go.
He told us what direction to go with the jets. And he said, if you don't like it, we can adjust it. So
Nice.
I jetted it the way he told me to, and it just made all the difference in the world.
Can he rebush the throttle shaft?
We did.
You did? You did?
Did.
Or didn't have to?
Didn't have to.
Nice.
Yeah, we take advantage of all that old knowledge from those old guys.
Oh, as we should.
We try to be like a sponge and soak it all in.
Yeah, they're so willing to share most of the time. It's
Yeah, you appreciate, you know,
we just shut up and listen, right?
especially in this Volkswagen community, you know, you get that. People share that knowledge. They
Yep.
talk about that. That might be different in the hot rod community, but man, the Volkswagen community, you found to love that, you know.
We're good to each other.
Yes.
Yeah, there for each other.
If you break down on the side of the road in a Volkswagen, I promise you,
Mm-hmm.
somebody's going to stop you.
Yep.
That's how I actually
And then you can both break down together, but it's nice for a while.
That's how I actually met Robbie, the promoter of this show.
Yeah.
He owns the Dub Bar, and that's how I actually met him. We were at Bugapalooza. And coming back from a little cruise in, and there was a car broke down. And we stopped to help. We got the guy back on the road. His alternator quit charging or whatever. And as we finished up, got ready to go, I looked over my shoulder to go back and get in my car. And there was Volkswagens as far as you could see that had pulled over. Robbie was the first one. Robbie and all his crew was the first one.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Just a little story, just a little quick story to give him a shout out.
Absolutely. If you didn't catch that, Robbie is the promoter of this show, the VDub Getaway.
That's it. Glad to be here and be a part of it.
Indeed we are. Yeah, really good chatting with both of y'all.
Thank you.
I think I mentioned it, but everybody check out Riverbank Customs on YouTube as well. They're out of Alabama. If you've got some work that you need done, obviously very capable at doing that kind of thing. Let me drop off a couple of stickers while I'm here.
All right.
And once again, I appreciate chatting with all of you.
I'll swap with you.
Okay, that sounds good. Looks like we're going to be gifted a sticker or two as well.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, these will look great. There we go. Riverbank Customs out of Pell City, Alabama.
Right there on beautiful Lake Logan Martin.
There you go.
You walk out of my shop, you're looking at the riverbank.
Nice. That sounds like a nice setting.
That's kind of where the name comes from.
Very good. Well, thanks, y'all. Y'all have a good rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Good folks in this hobby. So we have some new vendors and some arts and crafts style vendors, some t-shirts. See what looks like a split front bumper there. There you go. Some speed parts. How you doing? Good to see you. A $50 single relief here. Oh, hey y'all, I'm seeing some chats pop up. I'm going to catch up with you in just a second. I appreciate you chatting. Yeah, we haven't dug around in parts yet. We got to do that. So we're on the front stretch where there's swap meet, and then the back stretch is swap meet as well. A little bit of sheet metal here. Looks like split base stuff to me, if I'm right. Some rockers. That looks like a reinforced one, second one for a convertible. The first one and the last one being standard ones. Yeah, common repair on our beloved V-dubs is the bottom 6 inches, including those rockers. A couple of front aprons back there. Now, I gotta confess, I have not dug through this swap meet yet. I was running around a little bit this morning. I have not seen most of this. This looks like a Flowmaster 40 series or so. Not labeled. I have something like that in the RV. I'm not sure what it'd be like on a VDub. Some jacks, some bumper brackets, headlight parts, all the things you need to finish your project. Here we have a non-doghouse housing, but you know what's cool about this one? It has the flaps in it, so you don't have to make guesses about the skinny ones or the wide ones. This one's been wired shut, or open rather. That's where a spring would go. They even have the little spring clippy clips. This would not be a bad starting point if that's the engine you were building. Just go ahead and get the flaps with it. We might do a video sometime on what we think about flaps. There's a prevailing opinion, which is justified, that you don't need them. I'm a little more of a stickler than that. There's some physics behind it. Got a power pulley down here. Just waiting to go on a performance engine. Very cool. I went my way through here without stepping on anything. How you doing? Good, good. Ooh, dun dun dun. This is spooky. I don't know how I feel about that, but it's history. There we go. Some good miscellaneous parts here. The right person is going to find some treasures in a stash like this. If you need some brass, here's a few shell casings. I see a thanks for the shout out, but the sun doesn't let me see the avatar, but you are absolutely welcome. I'm glad to support all of our VW friends any chance I get. I know I get a lot of that myself, probably more than I give. Glad to be a part of that exchange. Thanks again, all of y'all, for joining us today. See if I can get into the shade with a nice shot in front of you and see what I can catch up on in the chat here. If you were with me at the Henry's Depot a few weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago or so, I had flare, like what I was calling lens flare. Oh, Riverbank Customs, you got it, Chris. My pleasure. I was getting what I was calling lens flare, and it's because my glass was cracked. So I have replaced the glass, but it doesn't seem to get along with my fingers as well. I'm just gonna do my best here. I see you. Good to see you. Couldn't make this one, but hope to see you at Nodo Weekend. Well, I hope to see you too. Thanks for chatting with us. I appreciate that. All right, I think that's what I can do. So let's go ahead and move forward. I want to keep the action going here. I don't know if y'all heard me back there, but I just about fell over because I stepped on this. So in my back pocket is a battery pack with the rest of this connector. I think this one's done for. While we're here though, let's take a look at some dual ports. These look clean. Let's see if those valves are big. Yeah, got a big, something felt big, right? So we got big intakes on this one. So high flow heads, and these have the step. So the infamous step lowers compression, but effectively, and I agree with the school of thought that says that step increases your quench area, which may not be the most desirable thing. You usually want between 40 and 60 thousandths there, I think. And that would add to whatever existed between the top of the piston and the top of the cylinder. Got some new vendors here and trinkets and crafts. Very cool. Hey, here's some of our friends here. Michael Shores made it out. Very good. And our buddy Jeff Rowe from Jeff Rowe's Junkers representing. Always good to see you. Good effort in the limbo contest. You did? Had the Acapulco thing?
The windshield motor was up too high.
Of all things.
I checked every car and I was lower like this much. Motor got me.
Usually it's the steering wheel.
No, it's not this one. See the motor's higher?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the 74.
Yeah, it's an Acapulco. It has to be.
Ah, I did not know that. I just knew the air scoop thing for 74, but if it's an Acapulco, it'll be a 74. Here's our, I see.
1974.
That looks like what they put on 68 Beetles.
It was an addition from Volkswagen.
Nice. Gotta love fun, right?
That's fine.
Well, that's cool.
It's the low Acapulco.
Did I just see Jeff? Did he disappear?
Yeah, he's right here.
Oh, he's right. Okay, all right. So if he has a minute, we could chat with Jeff a little bit. These are our friends that put on the wagons through with Lacucci. That's Michael Shores up there. He's a painter by trade, but a Volkswagen guru for funsies. And they're unloading a mess of mini bikes. Lots of mini bikes here because there's a contest that'll be going on, which is kind of nice. But if we can get his attention, we'll say hi to Jeff. Jeff is the proprietor of Type 4 Revolution, the owner of this 74 late model bus. You put a big engine in it, 2280 maybe? I'm trying to remember the number. I guess it'd be a Type 4 engine. Drove it all the way down from the Savannah area where his shop is, does incredible work on these VWs, is a stickler for getting it right. Yeah. Not afraid to jump in and go. So if you need some work done on your VW and you're within a reasonable distance, check out Type 4 Revolution. He is on Instagram as well. He has some fun-loving criticisms of bad work that he fixes, which is a lot of fun to see what he encounters. Sometimes you see some pretty crazy things. And I always end up learning something from him when I jump on his feed. So Type 4 Revolution is our buddy Jeff from the Savannah area in Georgia. Hey Jeff. Say hi. How you doing, man? Yeah, good to see you.
Likewise.
Helping out as always. We're setting up the swap space for the Shores family. We're going to leave them to it. Hello! I'm glad y'all made it. Indeed, it's good to have you. Worth it.
And this van guy's been at a party. Holy crap. It was like on the verge of not being safe.
Just
Maybe none of it was safe. Everybody got out unharmed.
you survived. That's good.
No one wrecked a mini bike.
Never a dull moment. So, yeah, love these folks. We took a good look at your bus, Jeff. Thanks for bringing it. Oh, we're gonna peek inside. Oh yeah. Okay. Are there gifts? Are there goodies?
Goodies, man.
Ah, very cool. I can't carry it right now, but we will take a look.
Let's just get where they came from.
Yeah, don't want to forget that. So he's going to help me out with some of my crusty engine projects here. I asked him if he had like a grab bag of valve guides, something I was looking for at Bug Jam and did not find. So we have that now. And some old mixed bearings, maybe some full sets. Not picky at all. Glad to have it.
Right here for you.
Very nice. See, this is what friends are for. His time is too valuable for this stuff, but I'm a young buck just trying to learn, right? Yeah. So he's helping us out as we come up through the ranks.
If you're not here at the Getaway, you're missing it.
Indeed,
I'm telling you. It's a
indeed.
good time.
There's always tomorrow and the rest of today.
You got a couple hours. Get on back out here if you can make it.
There you
Get on
go.
to Dover, Florida.
Yeah,
Nice in Dover.
and start the noise for next year.
And if you have to, bring Rover. They'll appreciate. Lots of dogs out here today.
Yeah, yeah.
doggy dog world
Lots
out
of
here.
well-behaved dogs.
That's it. That's it. And Caroline, you're missing it.
Shouting out the real Caroline on
Real
Instagram.
Caroline, come on out.
Yeah, giving her a little flag.
HH Wheels.
Would be cool if you're here, but we're glad you're watching.
Glad you're watching. I know you're watching.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Good seeing you, buddy.
Likewise.
I'll be back for my loot. All right, got some more cars and some more swap meet. If we're hanging in there, if y'all are enjoying yourselves, I'll be happy to keep going. I'm going to try and avoid some of the music here. We're right in front of the DJ, but not before we take a look at this beast. That one's a little different. When you see holes in the front, you wonder if the engine's up there. Not all the time, but sometimes. Got one of those old school drag racing steering wheels, and I think we see a legit engine back there. Cool front end look anyway. How you doing? Cool buggy. And a kit car. Got some good looking cars here. A sanded paint job. Like the detail here.
And if you don't have a number for your minivan,
And a curved windshield Super Beetle
and vote
truck.
for it.
Nice flatbed back here. Not a bad way to do it. We saw a new Beetle truck at Henry's a few weeks ago. Here's one of our old school variety. Looks like they did a pretty clean job of the cut and putting a back on it. Love it. Late model Super Beetle.
Well, we'd like to thank all the sponsors of the business for coming in today, yesterday, and tomorrow,
Very good.
so we can enjoy this wonderful, beautiful.
One thing I'm halfway legit looking for is another exhaust for Dweezil. I love the dune buggy exhaust, but I am aware that a 4-into-1 is going to treat us better. So if I could find a 4-into-1, someone showing off a car for sale, I think, a chassis over there. If I could find a 4-into-1 that fit how the body is set up right now on Dweezil, I'd probably spring for that. Cool. Oh, hello from Norway. I caught that. That's cool. Thanks for joining us. I have no idea what time it is over there. I imagine a little later. It's probably close to 1 here, 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So probably what, 7, 8 p.m., 9 tomorrow. Here's a squareback. Shout out to our friend Whitetail Rancher, who always used to ask for the squarebacks. And the, I'm sorry, not squareback, notchback, sorry, notchback. And fastbacks, I think, is what Michael liked the most. I have not seen a fastback yet. That's a cool name. I've seen this guy around before. Cool splitty. Let me see if I can read the chat here. The sun is not playing nice with me, but I'm glad you're here and chatting. I'll definitely look at the chats a little bit later today, and feel free to answer each other's chats. Love the conversation going on. Look at that monster rear tire here. That's mean looking. Love your bus. Right, let's take a peek at some swaps here.
Yeah, we know what you're driving.
Another engine case. I've seen about a dozen cases today. That's nice. That's a real swap meet right there. Well, I don't know. What do you think? Would this look good on Dweezil? I've got some J2s. I don't know if the deck lid comes right here or so. If we got a steel on it, might be worth just fitting it up and seeing if we like how it looks. It's like a 1 3/8. I've got a single port engine, so that shouldn't hurt anything. And come back and play with that exhaust a little later. Look at this, some duals. Got the velocity stacks in them. I would imagine came off a running engine. It says Weber. Down here on one of these flanges. That's what I'm looking for. Spain is not terrible, but if we could find one that said Italy, I think I'm going the wrong direction. But if it said Italy down there, somewhere on there, that'd be really exciting to us. Maybe a little newer. Got a pair of manifolds. Speed parts. Got some Delordos up here. A couple of dual ports with titanium retainers, I think. We're looking for big valves here.
I mean, I got a sprayer, I got all of that.
I don't know if those are big or not, but somebody has smoothed them. There's been some work inside this chamber. Not a bad start. Some stock VW heads have been worked a little bit. That's fun. There's some Type 4 heads, I think, down here. Don't know much about the Type 4s. Clock and temperature in Celsius. Not a bad swap space. Got some low backs over there. I bet these are pricey. $500 for a set of low backs. Probably not bad. Okay, very good. Let's go around the corner here. Got all the coolers you need. Some cool various trinkets. Neat lamps, 60s looking lamps there. Those are cool. How you doing? See a washer bottle in there. And an early bus, the whole thing. The neck and the oil bath air filter. Someone's going to be happy to find that. A few more oil filters here. Gotta love the swaps. Some Beetle hoods. Looks like a swing axle possibly there. Transaxle. How y'all doing? Hey man, how you been? Were you doing keys last year? Did you do keys last year? Yeah. Yeah, is that still a thing? Not this time. All right. Yeah. Well, that was cool. I think we made a key last year. That was nice. Yeah, but he's back again with some other wares. Good to see y'all for sure.
Representing Dust Buggy.
There you go, our friend out in California, Dust Buggy. Very good. Yeah, I'm glad she's doing better. Really been through it out there, but has a will like stone. Yeah, good for her. So cool. Shout out to Dust Buggy if you're out there watching. We're thinking about you. Very good. All right, thanks, y'all. Hey, what's up, man? I'm good. I'm good. Looks like you sold. Oh no, you still have the tank.
What's that?
The tank for the
yeah, I put it in the
There's a
back there.
keg tank over there. We're live streaming on Happy Garage.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I remember you from Bug Jam.
Oh, very good. All right. There you go, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Nice. So this trike is for sale. Our asking is
$1,200.
$1,200. Everything on the trailer. So the transaxle, I see a core engine over there, cooling tin. And what? And it has a title. So we have an IRS rear end based trike. Some mean looking shocks. Those are air shocks, I think. And here's the tank. This is what caught my eye. That's just super cool. Got a couple of front wheels for options there. And there's your core engine to get you started. So you got a
It's not frozen, so.
Hecho in Mexico, newer case, so that's probably a dual relief. With 8mm studs, not a bad start for a case. And I think I saw both cylinder heads. Yeah, we got one on it and one behind it. All the cooling fins are intact. I'm not seeing any cracks, so I don't know, folks. For $1,200, there's a good start here. And if you get here before I do, the tank would still be included. Thanks for spending some time with us.
Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir. You as well. The gentleman running this swap I've dealt with a few times before. He's a great guy. A little bit later today, we may come take a look at some of these doghouse fan housings. So if you want them, you better get them now. Yeah, these are a godsend when you're putting together an engine and want good cooling. This is what you want right here. There was another set that had the two pieces here. It looks like that one has beat us to them. But these are still something that's nice to have around during a good engine build. It's kind of fun. Here's a 68-ish oil filter, and it's kind of backwards. Somebody hollowed it out and put a paper element in here. Usually a person goes for a paper element because they don't like the look of the oil bath. So I don't know if they were doing some stock judging or what, but interesting choices there. Okay, let's go around the corner. I think I saw some, I don't know, these bug sprays, is that what you call those? Not sure, not sure. That's our favorite Facebook Marketplace description. Not sure, not sure. Please don't ask, not sure, not sure. Got some new, mostly empty.
Big Valve has custom built exhaust.
So we got new parts vendors here. How you doing? Good, good. You know, I think I'm going to take the opportunity to get this thing from around my neck. We destroyed some equipment today. I'm glad I didn't do a face plant into that car. That was when we were looking at the Riverbanks custom car. And I had just about face planted in the floorboard. Cool early headlights. Look at that. I've only seen ones that were massively corroded, but that is pretty. Those are in great shape. How you doing?
Good, brother, yourself?
Doing all right, thank you. Got some tools. At Bug Jam, it was too rich for my blood, but boy, I wanted it. There was somebody selling an original dealer head valve spring removal tool, like the thing with the arm on it and so, but it was cast iron, it was tight, it wasn't sloppy and flimsy. It was a work of art. But I had to pass on it. They were asking a decent price, but it was a lot. So we might make one of those someday to make ourselves feel better. Really well laid out swap space here. A buddy of mine that we say hi to every time we show up at a show, because he's here all organized, puts the work in, makes it easy to browse. I like digging too, but nice to see swap spaces that are easy to just kind of scan through. How you doing?
All right, how much you want for them?
I'm not sure. You'll have to ask him.
Oh, where's he at?
She might be able to help you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How much you want for that?
Some electrical.
Odometer. What is 66? What is 66?
I collected a few of these because the aftermarket ones that I was finding were in worse shape than used ones, even in this condition here. Of course, it's this bushing that goes bad. But I found old, like another time, right? Another time we say this, that the old used stuff can be more reliable than the brand new stuff. But there you go. Ship's couplers. Big spread here, lots of good parts. Okay, so y'all tell me, what is this from? See how those exhaust valves, I guess they're exhaust valves, are canted? I don't know. Is this like a regular Type 4 thing? I'm not a Type 4 person. Not that I wouldn't want to be, but I don't know that I recognize this. That's pretty cool. Big chamber. Good to have everybody with us. There's where some of those blower housings went. Going to a good home, I'm sure. Oh, look at this. One that wasn't hollowed out. Another 68-ish oil bath. Some intake manifolds and a bunch of sandblasted pistons. Interesting collection. There's Mr. Larry Olson from Olson's VW. Done some business with Mr. Olson. This is my buddy where we got the air filter a little bit earlier. Treated me well. So always good to see our friends when we come back to these shows. And they've got my number, literally and figuratively. I started getting communications from folks during the week asking me what I needed. They know their mark, and I'm grateful to have that. So it's been a lot of fun, the build up to this show. Stock valve covers. Not a bad idea to have some of those around. And I guess these are the Venturies for the blower housing. I don't know. Is that what these are?
Yes.
Very cool. Thank you, sir. Got some single ports here, I think. Yeah, 40 horse, I guess, because that looks like that stands up, right? I'm looking at the intake there. If I'm reading it right, they're straight up and down, and that's going to be a little earlier than the 1500s that I've been playing with. Some nice looking fenders back there from a late Beetle. Those are in great shape. Just box after box after box. So y'all tell me in the chat, who wishes they had the kind of access that I'm enjoying right now to such a selection of parts? I'm going to say it's everybody that's not here. I would love to figure out some kind of a mechanism through which I could give everybody that wants it access to what you see here. At some point something may click and we'll figure something out. For now, I'm happy sharing it with you via a live stream. Okay, I am going to swing around this way. This is our buddy Daniel again. We're going to make a mad dash down the middle, just in case we missed anything.
Come back to see you.
Here's the pavilion. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. We did go down through the middle a little bit earlier. I'm going to walk over here, take a peek in the pavilion. So you can see the big stage. Oh, and our buddy Derek. I almost forgot. We got to talk to Derek over here. This is a mean looking bug. Look at this thing. a silver bug over here right in front of us. Beautiful car. We did the sticker exchange a little earlier. This is Dub Lab, VDub Lab. Look at that thing. I took a picture of this. I might post it in our community tab a little bit later. But man, what a gorgeous car, ragtop. And he's hanging out in his early bay pop top. Mr. Derek, how you doing? You got a second?
Yeah.
Very cool. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Hey, no worries, man.
Yeah, good to see you, man.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, we're live streaming on Happy Garage. Can you tell us a little bit about your car?
Yeah, so this is a 61 ragtop Beetle. The car actually came to us about a decade ago when we had a shop called the Dub Lab in Leesburg, Florida. You know, car looked pretty similar to what it is now, had a different color paint on it, had some suspension issues, so we sorted through it, came up with a real clean silver custom color that we put on it. Cool thing is we actually de-chromed this whole car. You'd be surprised how many little pieces of chrome there are on a early 60s car. So everything's either powder coated or painted that was chrome before. Put it back together. I did rebuild a front beam for him. The beam that was on it was not ideal, so put it back together, kind of went through it, gave her some love, and 3 weeks ago, coincidentally, it came up for sale on Bring a Trailer, and I happened to catch wind of it, so I grabbed it. Just giving her some love again. I had a lot of nostalgia for this car. I enjoyed the build, and so I just thought it'd be cool to bring her back to life, and we'll see where it goes from there.
There you go. That was an excellent rundown.
Yeah.
This man knows his car.
I'm in sales. I'm in sales now, so I can talk a lot. But yeah,
there you go.
So I've just, the Dub Lab. We were a big part of the scene, a decade ago, and just kind of coming back out. It's just a hobby for me now, but I've got some parts that I might bring out. You never know.
Very cool.
So I've got a little shop at home, and my son is 21 now. He's kind of into it, and so we'll see. But the guys that hosted the show, Robbie and them, reached out to me and invited me. So thought it'd be cool to come out and debut this one. And
we're glad you did.
Weather's perfect, so
Perfect today.
Pretty cool thing today. So
indeed.
Yeah.
Well, where can people find you?
So I have a Facebook page. A lot of you may already follow it. If you just type in, the Dub Lab, but put the periods in.
V.Dub.Lab.
Yeah. If you just search that in Facebook, you'll find my page. Okay. I used to post a lot of content, so I'm starting to kind of post more content again. And I'll close with this. What people always liked about me back in the day was, I'm a driver. I do build cars, and I did it professionally for a little while. But if you have something going on with your car and you send me a message and ask me questions, I'll actually answer it. That was always something I prided myself in. And if I don't know it, maybe I know somebody that can help you. But I've always loved this community, and I just feel like that's a way to kind of contribute.
That's amazing.
Yeah, definitely suspension-related questions, especially. I've learned a lot about these cars, worked on a lot of them, and if I can help anybody, just shoot me a message on Facebook. I'll answer you. It might take me a day or two, but I will answer you. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, thanks for doing that for people and for chatting with us.
Well, thanks for coming
a little
out.
bit. The Dub Lab. Find them on Facebook.
Yeah. See you later, guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Derek. Super cool car there. All right, let's sneak up this way behind our early bay camper here. Take a quick peek at a late Beetle. We gotta see this arrangement on the roof rack. I'm so glad to have you all with us today. I think that's an Auga horn. Nice. I'm gonna swing you around. We're gonna sneak in back here. I did see some vendors earlier, and we have seen some cars in the pavilion before. I have not scoped this out, but I thought we'd all just go take a peek together. Yeah, it looks like a good place to eat in here. Plenty of choices with the vendors. And all right, here's what I was looking for. They have some mean motorcycles. Might as well take a quick look. Look at this thing. Looks like it's just levitating. A little bit in silhouette. Let me get you a better view.
You were here last year, I remember you.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Good, how about yourself?
I'm good, thank you. Dirty Copper. Sorry, Copper. See the name there? Wow. That is gorgeous. Bike Week coming up. I haven't been to Bike Week in a little bit, but used to go for about a 10-year stretch. Always rode out to Bike Week. Never rode anything like this. Holy moly. These guys are low and mean. Beautiful motorcycles. We got some more folks joining us, which we love. Thank you so much for doing that. We've been talking to a lot of friends. Good to have some friends online as well. I think there's been a little bit of conversation going on in the chat, which is always welcome to do. Love to see that. This is our meeting place, right? If we can't be at the show, we can be online. I'm glad you're all hanging out together, and including me a little bit. Some more used parts here. Kind of a rat rod deal with some, yeah, like this. That's the idea. If the chrome's gone, why not? Stock hubcap, rattle can, you can get it done. Some wiper motors. We've got a table full of dual cards. The swap meet here this year is at least twice as big as it was last year. So we got some little guys here, and we got the big guys, some Delordos. Yeah, Webbers and Delordos have a good reputation both, particularly the earlier ones, and some Weber Progressives. We bought one earlier today, like this, with the air filter and the manifold. What I'm really looking for is a manifold where the heat comes up this way. Hard to find, but I'd love to find a manifold like that. But even without it, the manifold I found earlier today, I got a steal on it, my buddy Daniel down the way, and it's all in such incredible shape. We're just going to bolt it on and see where we go from there. Yeah, some cool carb choices here. 3 Progressives. Those are 32, 36, I think, on their manifolds. More oil filters. All of the aluminum crank pulleys you'll ever need. I'm not sure what that is, but it's cool. There's a little power pulley. So the trade-off is cooling. The generator or alternator fan does not spin as fast. When we shrink the size of this pulley, the idea is to save some horsepower for the go fast. Hey G Moore, how you doing? Yeah, it is a great show. Thanks for popping in. We appreciate it. And Robert, yeah, what's up, man? And from Cornwall, UK, good to have you with us all. Thank you so much for popping into the chat too. Yeah, I've got several of these, but I like seeing the pulleys. I've got a few sumps to play with. I like those little sumps. Just add a little bit more oil. And give everybody that wants to look at this stuff some room. Sometimes you just end up picking up staples. Here's some VW label ones too. Just those little knickknacks that you don't think of first, but when you're getting down to the finishing touches, it's good to have access to stuff like this. Hardware. Okay, who knows what this is? Funny story. I didn't, but I was looking at my floor pans and I was looking at my brake pedal and I wasn't sure why the brake pedal kept flopping forward. So I thought, well, I don't know, maybe it's an aftermarket floor pan issue or something. So I fabricated something a lot like this out of a piece of angle iron. And then sometime later I saw that, okay, it's a real part. And they're a couple of bucks, and I'm an idiot. There you go. Got some wipers. I bought some new ones for Dweezil and was thoroughly disappointed. The ones that said they were good quality, I did not agree. So we went for some swap meet specials and getting much better service out of those. Got some backup lights on the bay window buses, and the 67 splitties have these. Okay. Ooh, look at these. Yeah, got a little dingy ding there. Cool looking lights. A fuel cell. I picked up something like this, not quite this big, but the same idea with the big AN fittings. I was going to use it on my engine stand, and I went with a different option. Same kind of filler cap here, locking it. They use these in dragsters, I think. Even has a sender, a regular arm style resistive sender in there. There's a neat swap meet find, I think last September in Auburndale. Had a good time at that little show. Okay, let's move on this way. I'm disoriented. I had to remember where I am. The show's so big I got lost. Okay, I think we're back where we started here. Some of the front row swap meet folks. Oh, these folks are packing up. I got some neighbors that are still busy over here. Very good. Well, I have thoroughly enjoyed this, folks. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the day. I hope to see some of y'all out here tomorrow for the second day of VDub Getaway here in Dover, Florida at the Hillsborough County Fairgrounds. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today and talking to some of our friends and all the activity in the chats. I appreciate you all. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. I think Nodo is coming up, maybe Lakeland. We'll see what we can do for you. We'll see you all again soon.